Hello, Johnny. Now we are here for Demoniaca, and well, tell us what's life like for a wolf who got into the rock industry.
Oh, it's really amazing so far. We've always dreamed about being in a band, playing music. It's been a pleasure, especially not only in Japan, but it was always a dream for us to travel all around the world and perform in front of different people, different culture, different countries. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, and we can't wait to do it again in Mexico.
And while I am sure that people should be interested, what's the main musical inspirations for a band of wolves?
The Band of Wolves. It probably doesn't differ from you guys. I mean, we are a huge fan of what's been going on in the '90s in the music industry, especially bands like the alternative guitar rock scene, uh, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, the Pixies. After that, not only the alternative guitar rock scene, but also the new metal kind of stuff, the mixture, hybrid kind of rock, like Rage Against the Machine, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, all the bands like that, and also bands from like UK, um, Oasis, obviously. Who else? The Chemical Brothers, Prodigy, Asian Dumb Foundation. We always love like the decent rock music as well, but it's always a pleasure to like cross over with different kinds of genres. And I believe what was happening in the '90s was a lot of ambitious experimental kind of challenge, trying to make it not only rock but also enjoying the crossover with different kind of genres. I believe that we are still trying to do that now these days as well, inheriting the spirit that they had in the '90s, being a huge fan of that era. Yeah.
What about your local scene? What do you think is your favorite Japanese bands?
Japanese bands. Japanese in Japan, rock music is really powerful. It's really spreading and growing even today. My favorite bands in Japan. uh, It's hard for me to pick one, but like the Boom Boom Satellites was a huge influence to me. Not only because they're like from Japan, but they were one of the bands that really cut through Europe in those days. They at that time, a lot of your media in from overseas were like referring to them like the biggest impact after the Prodigy or like Fatboy Slim or things like that. Yeah, I believe that was the Melody Maker, something, the magazine or something like that, and it really made me like, you know, proud, like being in part of the Japanese industry, but also like seeing a Japanese band so 評価ってevaluatedって意味ですかね. Yeah, so evaluated from other medias from the overseas. It really made me proud, and yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons that I'm a huge fan of that band.
And talking about overseas, you're
Hmm.
about to start this North American tour, and you will be in Mexico again. Uh,
Hmm.
you were here some years ago, and tell
Hmm.
us what was your first impression about Mexican audience?
The Mexican audience was awesome. I mean, they were before we got on stage, they were already roaring for like they were waiting. They were so loud. First, I thought like I felt like I was like an arena band touring all over the world. They were like literally shouting, and we couldn't hear the SE, the opening song of what we put out, the SE, and yeah, they were loud from the beginning of the show till the end, literally singing each and every lyric of our song, each and every song. Not only the anime songs, but like every song, and like the look on their faces, how they shout, the energy that you guys have. I mean, we've always thought about people in Mexico being a really, happy, energetic people. But yeah, what we saw was it described a lot.
That's great to know. And well, were you surprised to find this? Find a lot of people from the other side of the world singing your songs in In Japanese is in a totally different strange language.
Yes, true. I mean, yeah, it was such a great experience. I mean, that doesn't that doesn't happen that much, you know. I'm it's the timeline. It's so different. It's really the other side of this planet, and everybody was just waiting for our band and just shouting out loud. It's always been a biggest part of my dream to travel all around the world and yeah, just show what I've got, do what we have, and enjoying the reaction. But the reaction was so big, so yeah, you guys truly made our dream come true at that time.
Well, last year you released the single Kiseki no Kisuna for
Mhm.
Kimetsu no Yaiba, but all we know it's not the first time you collaborated with anime, video games, movies, but
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of different songs. How do you create each of these songs for such different products and make them fit?
I guess one of the hugest key is being a fan of that product. Luckily, each and every collaboration that we've ever done, most of them, almost every, each and every item was we already knew the product, the movies, the games, the animation, the mangas. We already knew all the products, and we are a huge fan of each and every story. So I guess being a fan, just admiring and loving what we were collaborating with is a huge key for what we've done. It's well, whatever kind of job, it's always about respecting what you earn, what you get. So yeah, I think that helps a lot. We were already a fan of whatever we collaborated with.
Well, in the past, you collaborated with things like Godzilla, Gundam, Kimetsu no Yaiba, of course. But is
Mhm.
there one particular franchise that you would like to participate with?
Oh, franchise. Japanese animation is so huge. I mean, I can't even imagine which one to choose. But um, there is kind of a dream for me. Uh, I was a huge fan, still a huge fan of the animation Berserk. Berserk, you know that one? Yeah, Kentaro Miura. He
Of
passed away
course.
a little before. It was such a great loss for everybody in the whole wide world. And right now, they're his friend, his really close friend, who's actually a great manga creator as well, is writing the sequel, the continuous story of Berserker, and I believe that one day the animation is going to get out throughout the world again. And I'm such a huge fan of that story. So if I had a chance, this is truly my dream. So I'm really afraid of saying it in front of the media, but yeah, if it happens, yeah, I would love to be a part of that one.
That could be pretty nice. Is Berserk your favorite anime, or do you have someone else?
Kind of favorite animation? Yeah, what else do I love? I always love the products of Ghost in the Shell. Uh, yes, Katsuhiro Tomo. Yeah, he's like a god to us. But if I had a chance, I would really love to like take part in like the mangas, not only from Japan but from the Western country, like DC. DC stuff, Marvel kind of stuff. Yeah, that would be nice.
That should be nice. And well, just for ending, a couple of years ago, you released your this double album, Breaking Across the Walls.
Yes.
Are you already thinking about a new album, or is it too soon for this?
Right now, we've been releasing a couple of items, and we're not sure if we're ready for making a new album. The recent one was like a double album, the two albums that took us like 30 songs or something like that. That was pretty hard, and yeah, we decided to take a break for a bit. So we can't promise you guys that we're gonna release like a full album like soon, but we're working on it. Like